Hey guys, I think this is going okay. This is obviously really shitty quality, shitty lighting, shitty sound, because I kind of just don't care about this video. I probably wound up deleting this video because there's really going to be no substance or importance to it other than me just wanting to get out my feelings because that's what I do. I get out my feelings because I'm a weirdo and I isolate myself, and I'll isolate myself for a very long time from people. And for the record, people have reached out to me. I'm not going to be one of those videos where I'm like, I have no friends to talk to, so I'm talking to you guys. It's not that. I just want to vent. I'm like, you know, I have an addictive personality. I'm addicted to food. I'm addicted to sex. I'm addicted to social media. Like these are all facts. Like I have a really addictive personality. Sorry, I was texting someone. I was like, hey, are you around? Because I'm about to make a video I should probably make, but anyways. um, oh yeah. So yeah, I'm addicted to social media. Obviously, I read all the comments, even though I know it's all gonna be hate. And I did get a lot of love, but there was also a lot of hate. And to be honest, like I kind of don't care. Um, yeah, I know I still got a double chin, you guys. I literally have been working out so hard. I work out like 2 times a day. It's only been 3 days, so I really haven't lost any weight. But yeah, as you can see, I'm okay for the most part. I did want to clarify a few things because I'm just seeing the same comments and it's turning into something completely different than what I intended the video to be and why we even broke up or why I was so upset. And I think this will maybe shed some more light, and that it's really not. It's all on me, and I'm taking the blame. In Jason's video, he very much put the blame on me, and I'm happy to take it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not really I'm not trying to put any blame on him at all. Because these are my insecurities. That didn't come from they didn't just come out of nowhere. FYI, these insecurities didn't just come from a past relationship. I'm pretty good actually. I'd say except for the cheating thing, I'm pretty good at leaving past whatever happened in my past relationship in my past relationship. Trust is a big thing, but this has nothing to do with, well, a little bit to do with trust, I guess. But anyways, yeah, I like ripped off my toenail, so if you saw that bloody toe, I'm sorry. It's just like getting really anxious. Um, okay, so there's so many discrepancies. Like, obviously, Jason calling Trisha fat or overweight, as he said, was a joke. Like, you took it so seriously. You could end a relationship over a fat comment. Um, and then there's compilations of like all the time he referenced my weight and my eating, and then all the times I insulted him. Okay, so here's the thing. What he said in the video was also true. Was, we do have jokes, obviously, and I say that, yes. I am self-deprecating. He's self-deprecating, and I say it about myself. I've called myself fat, like all that stuff. The thing is, and this isn't the issues, but I'm just gonna say the thing is when he said the weight thing as like a joke, like we've always like poked fun of it, but when he said it as like a joke and said, well, we're both fat, and like use that word, that was the trigger word, and that's why I know so specifically it was fat. But that doesn't even matter. I was just so like triggered that was like he was coming at me as making a fat joke about me, because in the past, like if he had said something bothered him a lot, like I would never say it again. Talking about his mental health, stuff like that, that like, even if he says it doesn't bother him because Jason's very easygoing, it's like, whatever you want to say, like he does it all for a comedy, as he says, or, he's a comedian or whatever the case is. Um, but I'm really sensitive to that like, okay, if he says something bothers him, or like he's not comfortable with me saying something. Case in point, he didn't like when I talk about our sex life in videos, which is ironic because he mentioned it in his video. But like, even like as a joke, like I would bring up, I remember we tried to film this first date video, like recreating our first date, like literally like so many times. And if I ever made a joke about like that we hooked up on the first date, which we did, oh my god, he would get so mad and like so offended. And I just knew not to ever say that again, because that was something that was, even as a joke, because again, I said it as like comedy. I thought it was really funny. I thought it was whatever. It literally was nothing to me. Probably the way him saying I was fat was nothing to him. It probably was just like a joke. He thought I could take it. It just was like very, very triggering because, like I said, I'm not used to being the fat joke. I'm used to being the slutty joke, the dumb joke, the crazy joke. You know what I mean? But like fat, even though I am, people never really made me the fat joke, because I do feel like I'm a very in between fat girl. Like, you wouldn't make fun of a 600-pound person because they clearly have a problem, but because I'm a little extra chubby than just a chubby girl, like it's very that in between where it's like, yeah, if I really worked hard for like out for really worked out hard. I mean, yeah, I could probably drop weight quickly and if I just stopped eating like crap. And on that note, I want to say that like a lot of people are like, well, what he said was true. And I 100% agree. I think that's also why it stung because it's like I know this stuff and I brought it up to him so many times that it was a trigger. But not only that, I also told him many times that like I know my diet sucks. Like I know I am not the healthiest. And you know what? I am working on changing that. You guys know I have fertility issues. That had to do with having PID. Um, but I've also, I've wanted a baby throughout many years of this past 4 or 5 years, and I know like eating better, I've seen so often like would help, you know, your chances of fertility and conceiving and all that stuff. Anyways, excuse me. So, I mean, I know this stuff, and to be honest, like it is a kick in the butt. I don't want anyone to think that I'm like going to develop an eating disorder against food. Like, to be honest, like I am a little grossed out when I see myself in the mirror because I know I've gained weight and I'm kind of hearing that, but I don't blame Jason. I'm not going to develop an eating disorder. Like, I've been eating like very healthy because, I just started this, healthy eating because like I do want to feel better. I do. And I like carrying extra weight. Like, I feel it. It doesn't feel good. I don't feel sexy. Like, all that stuff like that. So it wasn't that. And then to be honest, yeah, that was like a little bit of a trigger to start me eating healthy, but maybe that was a good thing. A lot of people are like, oh, partners are supposed to do that. And I totally do agree. And I think I've always had this problem with Jason. He just is really bad with words. Like we've gotten in little small fights here and there over just his really poor choice of wording something. And one of his friends or somebody will explain it and like Jason just doesn't know how to word things. That's like his thing. So it wasn't that I guess because he's like, that's why we broke up because I commented on our diet. That's not why. Well, to be fair, and I'm not trying to put this on him being like he broke up with me. He did. And once again, I want to reiterate the reason I said, well, I want to make a video for if we are single. Like, are we done? Are we like broken up? Because I want to make a video because he was at VidCon and earlier that day in his podcast he mentioned making out with someone's mom last year. So I'm like, well, if he's gonna do that again this year, or my MacBook is just never good. It just cuts off all the time. So I'm sorry if this cuts out a lot. I don't really know where I was. I'm like literally thinking about a million and one things that I want to say and things I've been feeling because I've been feeling so much. And I don't want people to look at this as like a drama breakup video. I mean, I cry a lot because I'm really, really emotional, but like I wasn't on the kitchen floor because I didn't want it to be like, that's that thing, that kind of just came about because when it's dark in my house, like I don't really have a light. Well, I have a studio light Jason gave me, but I don't really have like lighting. So I always just sat in my kitchen because I had the most lighting. Even now you can see like literally the lighting is coming from my MacBook. But yeah, so it just was, so yeah, so I just wanted to like, if we were gonna break up, because not only that, he was going out of town, he's going to VidCon, like all this stuff, like if he was gonna be single and like that's fine, but I wanted to like put it out that he was single and that make it clear that he's not cheating on me. And to be honest, like I don't really care what he does. Like it sucks. Like I love him and miss him so much. Like this is the longest we ever gone without seeing each other. I didn't see him Wednesday because we had our fight thing on Tuesday. He didn't come over Tuesday night, which was like the first night he hasn't come over in a really long time because I was upset. Didn't see him Wednesday, didn't see him Thursday, didn't see him Friday, and didn't see him today. That's 4 days we've gone, and that's the longest we've gone without seeing each other since we've dated. And obviously we all know I have attachment issues, and I do. I have like really big attachment issues with why I'm feeling so alone and so isolated. Um, um, so this video it took a turn. Literally in the middle of recording this, I'm not going to be dramatic because it's actually a good closure. So I don't know where I was in this part of the video other than I was just going to say it wasn't ever about him calling me fat or telling me to change my diet. It was how he reacted to me telling him that I was hurt by it. He screamed at me and all that stuff. I was going to say a million things and a million reasons. I was going to go into detail about why he was screaming at me and how I deserved it because we both talk shit to each other about other people because that's just what we did, and that's just like I thought our safe place to do it, and we didn't really mean it. We're just like venting stuff. But he said I deserved the name calling because I would talk shit, and he kept bringing that up, and he just yelled at me and told me I was overreacting, and that was what hurt me the most. Is like that he had no consolation, had no empathy or sympathy for how I was feeling. And throughout the relationship, he said in his video that I tried to push him away. And now knowing what I know just now from this text message, I can see him trying to push me away little by little. He did a lot of things to make me feel insecure. We're going to talk about the food thing in a second because this is actually a huge part of why we broke up, I'm finding out. Throughout the relationship, I'll be honest, I don't think he was over his last serious relationship. He would take her out to dinner for his birthday and not invite me to. He would swim at her pool and do all these things, and he tells me he wants to get a house right next door to her. And it would make me a little uncomfortable only for the fact that I never was really invited to these things, and it just made me feel like I was never going to be taken seriously. And he would go back and forth, like on video, saying he wants to marry me. I have a video where it says he literally would have a baby with me. But then to some people, he said, I don't want any kids, no marriage for me. I've been there, done that. Like, so it was just so many mixed signals and emotions. And then, like, he would, and it's fine. Like, I don't want to be the wedge between anything. Like, if he wants to make his other relationship work, that's fine. And he said they really balanced each other out with being healthy. And, like, it's all making sense now. Even in the video, even his recent video, he mentions that him and his ex would tell each other, oh, you don't need that. Or, like, you shouldn't be eating that. So now it makes sense. I look back and I'm like, he's the one pushing me away because he's like, this was a really unhealthy relationship. But I said, really? I'm literally telling him now, like, please enlighten me, because to me, I thought this was the healthiest relationship with little things about making me insecure. And he was never team Trish. He would always be team anyone else. If someone said something bad about me, he would try and justify why they said it. If someone was attacking me on social media, he would try and justify it by saying, like, well, you started it or something. He never was team Trish. It's supposed to me as, like, ride or die for Jason. Like, if someone said something bad, he's like, oh, this person talked shit on me. That person, bye, I'm cutting you out of my life. You know what I mean? Like, I was ride or die, which not everyone is. And not everyone has to be, and that's fine. Well, the real reason we broke up, I'm just finding out now, because I said, please tell me. Like, tell me what you tried to tell me was unhealthy that you wanted me to change. And I guess it was the food. And he said, please don't say I have a problem with your weight or your body. And he didn't. He had a problem with my eating habits and my lack of working out. And not because of health, but because he has issues. And he just told me all this. And I knew it. I knew it. I just didn't know it affected him that much. And I wish he just would have broken up with me sooner, so I wouldn't have this attachment to him. And if anything, I totally respect him for telling me all this. And that's why I think this is good closure for me, for you guys. It's not to say I'm going to be, like, healed overnight. Like, I have a really severe attachment issues. Like I said, this is our 4th day without seeing each other, and I, like, want to burst and just, like, crumble and just, like, I don't even know what to do. Well, here's the thing. I mentioned earlier in this video, before I got his text message, that I wanted to become healthier. And I do, but the thing is, this is so stupid that literally this is, like, the cause of, I thought it was a good relationship, he thought it was unhealthy, I guess, I didn't know, ending. Like, this is crazy to me that my food is the reason our relationship is ending. And I guess everyone I've dated just always kind of ate bad. So I've never really dated someone so into food and had food issues. So he said, I don't want to read it word for word. I hate when people read text word for word, and I hate when people screenshot. I think it's a little bit of invasion of privacy. I did tell him I was making a video, not about, I just said I'm going to post a video tonight, but I said it wasn't in
bad light. I was just more trying to explain what I was mad about to you guys, so I didn't look like this hypocritical person that's like, he talked bad, he's called me fat, so I never want to talk to him again. That wasn't it, but this makes sense. He said, um, you know, I maybe should in this instance just say, so I don't get anything mixed up. He said, when I try to tell you, you get upset. You take it as an attack. I can't be around all the eating. And then I said, oh, you never told me that. Like, he never said it in those terms. He always just told me, like, it was always on me, like, cut out the eating. Let's not have popcorn. To which he goes on to say, it makes me want to eat too. And then I get depressed. And this breaks my heart so much because I don't want to be a bad influence on someone else's life. Like, I don't even want to be like, I never want to be that person. So the fact that I was like hindering him and making him have food issues and depression and like I said, you didn't tell me. He's like, I'm so sorry. I know you love it. I said, you should have told me. He goes, I know you love it and you do too and I do too. I said, we could have ended things more amicably if that was an issue. He said, but I realized I have major food issues and workout issues. Which I knew he had food issues, as do I. But I didn't know me eating in front of him was like setting him off. And this makes sense why we did fight a lot. Because in my head, I swear to this, like, other than him, like, seeing his ex and, like, making me feel guilty for things, like, taking him away for too long on vacations, which I wasn't forcing him. I just said, like, hey, you want to go on vacation? Like, that kind of stuff would, like, build on me, but I didn't know, like, on top of all that, this. So I was making this guy miserable. And I had no idea. Like, in my mind, I think, oh, I'm going to take him on vacation, or, oh, like, let's just have the fries, who cares, like, because he ate really healthy, so I thought, oh, if you have a side of fries, like, to me, I'm like, that's not a big deal, but that's just, we're so different in that way, because to him, it's a really, really big deal, because he has his own issues, and I'm just now really kind of seeing, and the thing is that's not me, that'll never be me, I'm never going to go out to a restaurant and deprive myself. And I don't think that's wrong. I think it's really good for people who have willpower. That's not me. I like to enjoy life. I like to eat and drink champagne, and like I do. I get lazy. I go in and out of workout spurts, but to him it's really important and vital to his happiness. And those are just two things that like are so silly, but actually like as someone who has their own struggles with food, diet, and exercise, like I can relate on that level. Oh my god, this is crazy. This is crazy that like a relationship ends this way. Okay. So I said, so you need to be with someone healthy and into fitness. I said, if you would have told me, he said, I tried, but like in Vegas, you flipped out when I went to the gym. And I said, I flipped out because you didn't come back in time, which doesn't make it any better, but I said, if you didn't like that about me, why drag it out for so long? You could have nipped it in the bud before I got so attached. You knew my food and poor exercise. And he said, I don't know. That's what he said. He said, I don't know. He said, I thought I could still figure it out. Please don't say I had a problem with your body type. Not what I'm saying. It's just my happiness. And I get it. I get it. I'm like, I understand it completely. I'm crying because like Jason's like, I've said this so many times and always say like he is a good guy. This is just, it's truly something that like we can't be together for. Like that sucks. It sucks, but it's okay. Oh, it just sucks so much. It's just my happiness. I said you had a problem with my food intake and it's fine. In terms of my eating is what he said. I said I wouldn't have been mad about that. He's like, I just wanted to eat too. eat all you want, but I can't be around it. I don't know. I'm like, it's more like, this is like more guilt on me that I'm just like, I was literally making him so miserable by eating. Oh my god, like, what? I thought we were like having fun together eating or whatever. Oh my god, and it was just so the opposite. Um, I said, I'm sorry, you should have done me sooner. This sucks. He goes, I'm sorry too. I don't know. I said, okay. I said, I don't, he says, I didn't look at it like that. I said, well, that's the truth and that's all I wanted. He said, I thought we could reach a place of compromise. I said, I really will leave you alone now. He said, I'm sorry. I said, it's okay. I said, I get it. Actually, all good. He said, I gotta go to sleep. I said, okay. He said, good night. Take care of yourself. I said, you too. He said, I will. And that was it. And honestly, I think that hurts more now reading that because that solidifies, that kind of solidifies, like, we're not meant to be together and it sucks. Like, that sucks just realizing that because, like I said, you know what sucks worse than finding out someone's a shitty person? What sucks more than someone cheating on you? What it is it just doesn't work. Like, a really, really good person you have in your life and it just can't work. Like, that sucks. That sucks so much. Like, you just weren't meant to be together and it's almost like a tougher pill to swallow because when someone cheats, you kind of be like, oh, he was such an asshole. But like now, I can't even say that. Like but this makes a lot of sense. And like I said, I don't think he ever was happy with me. And you know what? From the beginning, I ate a lot of food. From the first trip to Maui together, we just gorged in food. Oh my god. I feel so bad. I feel so bad that for like the past 6 months he was being like tortured by my eating. I know that sounds so dramatic, but like it is. It's like if someone like if he forced me to eat healthy or something like that, and I couldn't have a piece of cheesecake or like someone in my family would die or something like that. Like that's literally probably like the same feeling because like I get happiness from like having a piece of cheesecake, you know, once a week or whatever. Oh man. And this makes sense. I don't think I never thought Jason body shamed me. I felt embarrassed when he made a fat joke about me. But I see a lot of body shaming comments. I never thought he body shamed me. Um, you know, I mean, clearly we were like intimate and stuff, so I felt comfortable with him with my body, but you know, him making the fat joke kind of triggered me and then him not really. I guess that's why because he'd always threatened to break up with me too a lot. Like, excuse me, probably like a dozen times he like threatened, probably more than that. He was always starting to break up with me, and it was like I was always on eggshells with that. And I guess like it was he just kind of wanted out, but like didn't know. Like we're both the same person. We kind of both don't really know how to like break up with someone when there's not really. This was obviously an issue, but like when it's such a quote unquote silly issue to most people, I think we both get it because we both have issues with food. I just feel really bad. He started off the conversation. Well, I texted him because I just missed him. And he's not gonna be back for a while anyway, so it didn't matter if I texted him tonight. It's not like he could have come over and seen me tonight. It wasn't like that. It was more just like I really missed him a lot. But you know, I guess like maybe the silver lining of this is like maybe we can be friends one day. I mean, definitely not anytime soon because like I'm very much in love with him and I view the relationship as healthy. I think a lot of people would say it's unhealthy because what you guys saw online, a lot of bickering, a lot of like fighting or poking fun at each other. And I promise you, like that was mostly built up for camera. Like if there was like a fight, I would like bring it up on camera, like let it go. And well, when it was just like me and him together, like I was so freaking happy. And he'd always say that. He's like, oh my god, I just got to be around you for like 3 hours and you're like in love with me all over again. And it's like, it's true. I just really like to be around him. He gave me a lot of good energy and good happiness. But apparently what wasn't doing the same for him, and that's okay. Like, that's fine. And to be honest, like, I'm glad I know that, because to be honest, I can't. I couldn't be with a vegan, or I couldn't be with someone who eats healthy all the time, or is obsessed with working out. The workout, I even told him the workout, I didn't even care. I always encouraged him. I said I would go with him. I'm sorry if there's so much shot, but it was so gross. I would say, "Oh, I'll go work out with you," or like, "Go work out, like, go run." Like, I knew he needed that. He explained that he needed that to be happy, so I knew he needed that. I didn't know the food thing was such an issue for him. He would bring up my food sometimes, and so I was like, "Oh, that's kind of weird. Why does he keep bringing it up?" I didn't know it was such an issue for him, and it makes me feel awful. But I get it. It's the same way, like I just said, I couldn't date someone who was a vegan, or that was into eating healthy at like healthy restaurants all the time, or cooking healthy. Like, it's not me. And like, it's like, I know to most people, because I know people thought my whole being triggered by fat, like 50% of the people got it, 50% thinking, girl, what? Why do you care that much about it? But if you've never had problems with food or eating or weight, like, it's like serious ones, like deep rooted ones, like, it's hard to understand. It's hard to understand. And like, I have an emotional attachment to food, and some think it's unhealthy. And I know I mukbang, so a lot of people think I eat like that every day. Oh my god, this snot is crazy. I don't. I mean, I don't eat great. Oh my god, this is like so embarrassing. The point is, I never want to be that person that's like, I'm gonna eat healthy now. Like, I can't make that promise to him ever. Like, I'll never be able to, because I know myself. I always get sidetracked. I'm always gonna be the forever yo-yo dieter. I'm gonna be dieting, and then I'm gonna be eating a piece of pizza. Like, that's always, always, always gonna be me. So I can't make the promise to someone like, I'll always eat healthy with you. Like, I can't do it. And then I kept candy in my house, and he would eat it every day. Oh my god, I am like this horrible person. I thought he liked little candies at night, so I would oh my god, I'm like this really awful person. Holy I would literally restock the fridge of Reese's peanut butter cups, so he'd always have something to eat, and he'd eat like 2 or 3 a night. Oh my god. God, no wonder he was miserable. Ah! And he'd always bring up a past relationship of his that they would always point out, don't eat that, or they'd always be healthy and working out, and he'd always bring it up, and that makes sense. That's what he wants, and you know what? That's fine. And honestly, it makes me feel better a little bit. I mean, I still feel completely crushed, because I get so attached when I fall in love. You guys know I'm like head over heels, like, want to be with that person forever. I just didn't know any of this, and like, it all just hit me like a ton of bricks as I'm filming this. Like, holy cow. Because I have food issues, but like, I guess it's like kind of, I take back a little what I said. It's kind of like, if someone's eating healthy, I don't feel pressured to eat healthy too. But I guess him, like me eating unhealthy, he felt pressured or felt like he really wanted to too, and it depressed him if he didn't. So I can't really relate to that, because like when someone eats healthy, it's not like I'm like, oh, I need a salad too. Like, I can't relate to that, and that must be an awful feeling. That must be awful. So I feel completely awful. I feel stupid. Oh my god. But as painful as that was to hear, like I said, it felt almost good. Like, it felt like this closure. And what a weird breakup. This is the weirdest breakup I've ever had, because like, it's like I said, he said this is obviously an unhealthy relationship, but to me, I thought it was like an amazing relationship. Like, when I tweeted how much in love I was with him, like, and I wish I could have told him like, I'll change, I'll eat healthy with you, but like, I could try. I couldn't make that promise, because I do love food, and I love eating, and to be honest, I don't want to change. I don't think I should have to change that for someone. I just think that means we're not compatible. Because food is a big part of my life. And it'll always be a big part of my life. It'll always be something I don't mind indulging in. It'll always be a vice, a bad vice, some people probably would say. Oh, shoot. Whoa. Well, now thank God I got the text in the middle because I was thinking, oh, he manipulated me this whole time. I think he just wanted out. And I feel really awful that he didn't think he could tell me. Because I told him, like, anytime something bothered me, like, I told him, like, if I found out he was swimming over or sleeping over or going to dinner with an ex or something like that, like, I would tell him that really hurts, you know? I told him all the times things hurt me, or when he wouldn't take my side on things, or when he told me that I didn't eat popcorn before the Elvis show in Hawaii, or whatever the case is, like, it hurt, you know? But it all makes sense, and he just wasn't happy. Like, that hurts so much to hear someone wasn't happy in your relationship. Oh, and I should have known because he would always kind of like put guilt on me that I was taking him away for too long. Like when we go on trips for like a week, like to me that was like normal. To me, I thought, well, he's 45. If he didn't want to go for a week, he would just tell me. But like, I feel like he was scared of me or something this whole time, which is. He was reminding me in the comments at the beginning of our conversation, trying to diagnose me with a mental illness, which I hate when people do. He's like, I've been reading, and you have a lot of symptoms. I have a lot of symptoms of a lot of things. Trust me, doctors have told me my whole life, you're this. I mean, I'm literally every single mental illness in the book. Like, oh my God. Okay. I've just had snot running out of my nose this whole time. You guys, I might check in with you guys like this. Like, this is a really shit video. It's really bad quality and all that stuff like that. It has no substance, and probably in 6 months from now, it won't matter. This video will probably be taken down. It won't matter. People will forget about it. 6 months, 6 days, people will forget about it. You know what I mean? But I do love you guys, and I love making videos. I want to get back to making videos. And I want to get back to just being happy and, like, you know, I was fine before I met Jason. So, I'll be fine again. It takes so long for me to get over these things. I just wish I could. He's like, can't we just move past this? Can't you just get over it? I wish I could. Like, I really wish I could. I get such these deep bonds and deep attachments to people that, like I said, 4 days and not seeing him, I feel crazy. But one thing I know, I've been through breakups. I've been deeply in love with a few people before. And I felt the same way. I thought, oh, this is the end of it. Granted, like I said, those people are a little easier because, like, when someone cheats on you, it's a different thing. Oh my God, you guys, what is with me? Jeez Louise. When someone cheats on you, it kind of makes the pill a little easier to swallow. I was still in love with people that cheat on me. I was still like, oh my God, I love them though. And this one just might be harder because he's not a bad person and didn't do anything bad to me, really. It's just not meant to be, and I just formed this attachment that's I'm gonna have to break. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, this hopefully can end any war that Trish is mean to Jason. Jason is mean, body shames Trish. Like, yes, we both made fun of ourselves and each other. And yeah, that's it. I you know, everyone's like, Jason looks so happy he's free. You know, I'm glad, you know, in a sense he is. And I'm happy for him too, and I think he'll be a lot happier. And honestly, like, they say that if you love someone, don't you want them to be happy? Like, I want him to be his happiest self. And I want to be my happiest self. And my happiest self is having chips and salsa and margaritas on a Friday night. And that's not his happy self. His happy self is running and eating clean and that's fine. And I just want him to be happy. I want me to be happy. And that's it. You guys know this heartbreak's real. Because I have no, it's so funny. Old Trish would like, you wanting to text guys. You guys know I'm also like this sex addict. Like, let's hook up, let's come over. But I just want to like sleep and do nothing. It's really weird. Like, and some guys have texted me and I'm just like, I have no desire. It's so weird. It's so weird because like usually after like people have cheated on me or whatever the case is, that's usually how breakups happen. I'm just like, I'm gonna just go out and sleep with people because I would always make me feel better. But like the idea of it just makes me feel awful. And so that's how I know this is like just a different breakup. And it is completely different. As I explained to you guys, like this is a good guy that just we're not meant to be together, but I just thought we were. And so like to realize that we're just not compatible and that I can't make him happy, that sucks. That sucks because it's literally nothing I can do to change. There's nothing he can do to change. It's just how we are and how we're wired. So please, no more hate comments or mean comments. Like I said, I maybe I'll bring them up again. I don't know. I'm gonna try not to, but it's such a, like I said, it's just consumes my mind. I'm gonna try and get back to videos next week because I've literally just been sleeping, literally just sleeping and watching YouTube videos on and off all day for the past 3 days, and I need to do something. I'm gonna be doing this TV show next week, so that'll be a good thing. So next week I'm gonna try and rally some ideas. I do have some mukbangs that were previously filmed that I'll probably put up. I realized like I want to get back to making videos the way I did and just like having a life and like seeing people. Because a lot of people, like I said, this is also something completely different. A lot of people reach out to me as like, I'm here for you, let's hang out, um, all that stuff, and a ton of people have said that. So it's actually really nice. A lot of people I always just assume think I'm crazy and like, oh my god, Trish having one of her breakdowns. I'm just emotional. I like to talk it out. Stardust. Okay, guys, I love you. Please be nice to each other. Be nice to me. Be nice to Jason. Be nice to everyone. And just, I'm hoping we can get past this for so long. Oh my god, so many people, even to this day, would bring up ex-boyfriends, and I'm hoping that just doesn't happen. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.